morning, sports investors. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. Today's Monday, or Sunday, I'm sorry, today's Sunday, September 3rd, 2023. Tomorrow's Labor Day. Thursday, the NFL starts. All right. And we've got three college football games for you today, okay? But before I get to them, I need you to do me a favor. Like and subscribe to this channel. Share it. All right. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because we get into bags here. It's like yesterday we were 3-2. I almost won a Whopper yesterday. I almost got a Whopper yesterday if you took it. I kind of told you that I was going to do it, but it wasn't a part of the show's picks. But anyway, but yeah, tell you what, I don't even want to hold you up anymore. Let's get right into it on Sunday because some of y'all might want to go grab a quick word from the pastor, from the priest, from whoever, before you go get your action in. All right, but. After going 3-2 yesterday, we're now 5-7 on this college football season. Just college football picks, we're 5-7. Um, Overall, I wasn't keeping baseball all year and whatnot. I'll tally it up later and give you our cumulative totals, and we'll do the same for football. We'll keep the football running total as and just like the college football, the NFL running total, just like we do the college football running total, right? Um, but yeah, let's see. We were 3-2 yesterday. The two we lost Army. They lost outright. We had them -9.5. Got beat by Louisiana Monroe, and we had Wisconsin. We had them to cover 24.5, and they only won by 21, all right, 38-17. And the three we won, well, we had Colorado. How about Shador and Travis Henry? Damn, they was balling. Like, I was watching that game. I because I wanted to watch. I was a Deion fan growing up. Y'all know that. I was a huge Deion fan growing up. Baseball, or football-wise anyway. Baseball, he was all right, but football-wise, like if you didn't fuck with Dion, like who did you like? Back then. But yeah, so I watched them. They were balling. I mean, cause what was his name? Gus Johnson was like, he threw that one touchdown. He was like, Dion's kid can play. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And they equipped themselves really well to P5 competition right off the rip. Well, it wasn't P5, but it was Division One. But he was at P5. But yeah, they equipped themselves really well, really quickly. The young man had 100 and some snaps. Travis Henry, playing both ways, 100 and some snaps. Had a pick. Probably could have had 2, 3 more. But he dropped them. And what else did he do? Yeah, caught a touchdown. Yeah, man, they were balling. They were balling. You know, um, so we won that one. We had them to cover 23.5, and they did that easily. They won. Um, we also had, pardon me, we also had, who was that? Pardon me. We had two from the Toledo game. Okay. We had, oh yeah, those were the other two. We had two from Toledo. We had Toledo to cover 11. We pushed it from 9.5 to 11. They almost won outright. 11 seconds, Illinois kicked the field goal to win, 30-20 or something like that. Yeah, so they covered the points, Toledo did, and we took the game to go over 46. I mean, 30-20, that's what, 57? Yeah, they were well over. But we don't dwell on wins. We don't dwell on losses. We keep going. I've got 3 college football games for you today. All right, starting at noon, and it's right now. It's about 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All times Eastern on the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show, Betting Public Sports Show on YouTube. All right, or famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show podcast. Okay, this is the Betting Public Sports Show. We're on YouTube. All right, so let's get right into it. We got some Big Ten action. Northwestern going against Rutgers. Okay, Northwestern, as you know, they had the episode, the hazing episode, where the coach Pat Fitzgerald, who I remember, when I was in high school and early college, I remember him playing for Northwestern. I think he was a linebacker. I just remember him. Um, the hazing incident where he was fired, and now interim coach Dave Baum is the coach, and I think that's where Northwestern is going to really. They played themselves getting rid of him over hazing, but hazing is kind of one of those things that you get involved in, and somebody's getting fired, or if it comes up, somebody's getting fired because. Yeah, he was fired behind that. Like I said, David Baum is the interim coach in Northwestern. It's hard to get players to Chicago. You're not going to get a quarterback to throw through that violent ass wind. Nobody wants to play there, unless they're in the NFL, But to get a college kid to go there, you're talking about you're talking about the black kids having to avoid gang activity, because they're gonna want to go see the hood, the inner city, most of them. They're gonna want to go be a part of it, and so they gotta avoid that. Even cats in northern Illinois and out there in Joliet gotta avoid, the inner city out there. Then, like I said, you got that violent ass cold. Chicago cold is a little different. I'm telling you, that Chicago, Minnesota, Milwaukee area, that whole little region, that right up on the lakes, it's just different. It's a different cold weather. So they got to deal with that. You're going to have a hard time recruiting good players there. And, Fitzgerald had them to the point where they were solid, most years, 2 out of 4 years, 3 out of 4 years, they were really solid, not necessarily going to win the Big Ten anytime, having to deal with Ohio State and Michigan and, Michigan State, well, traditionally anyway. But, yeah. Wisconsin and whatnot. They have to deal with all that. Yeah. So good luck getting players there. And he had them there, and now the players are in flux. Probably was too late when it happened for them to jump in the portal. But trust me, a lot of players are already plotting their exits. Probably going to Colorado. I'm telling you, if I'm 6'4", 300 pounds, and I'm an interior lineman, offensive or defense, there's no way I don't. If Deion's recruit me, there's no way I don't sign instantly after watching that. Because if you're a defensive lineman, if you're a stud D lineman, you see that game and there's no way you don't see that. Hey, I can make them into champions. They need D linemen. I'll start instantly. But I digress. Rutgers, on the other hand, is coached by Greg Schiano. I believe this is his second time there because he was the head coach when Ray Rice was the coach. And Schiano went on to greener pastures and messed around and found out. Now he's back at Rutgers. And I'll just be honest with you. I don't see where Northwestern is anything ready to do anything with them. So Rutgers is a 6-point favorite. That's the normal spread. We're going to go ahead and take that. Rutgers -6 for -110 odds, all right? Then at, let's see, at 3:30 Eastern, even though it's a Sunday, this is regular Saturday college game times. 3:30 Eastern, you have some West Coast action. You've got San Jose State against Oregon State. Pardon me here. San Jose and Oregon State. And we've seen San Jose
State before. They were against USC week 1 last weekend, and they got manhandled by the Heisman, the reigning Heisman winner, Caleb Williams. They got handled. Um, Oregon State is a little different, but they got a young coach who runs, tries to run a high-powered offense. That game is in San Jose State, by the way. But Coach Jonathan Smith, they run a high-powered offense out there, and so San Jose State's gonna have to play a little ball out there. But they've seen the best. The best quarterback in college football is Caleb Williams, and they've seen him, and he lit him up. This guy, this quarterback won't do it as proficiently, as surgically as Caleb Williams did, but he probably still will. Oregon State's got a decent defense. Well, they had a decent defense last year. They scored 32 a game last year, and they only gave up 20. So they were winning, right around by 2 touchdowns. The normal spread is 14.5. Pardon me, Oregon State minus 14.5. We're going to push that back. We're going to give San Jose State a little cushion, all right? Bring it back. We're going to take San Jose State plus 19 for minus 148 odds, all right? And then last one, the nightcap, 7:30. Power action, all right? We got Louisiana State going against Florida State. Okay? Now, Florida State, as you know, that's where Deion played at. He says he didn't graduate there. He graduated from the HBCU. He graduated from Florida State. And he probably could have been there, but they didn't take him. Could have been there as the coach, him and his son. They didn't take him. They didn't want him. Like, I don't know what that's about. And Brian Kelly been talking shit. He said they were. I saw a meme. I don't know if it was true. I didn't really care to look into it because I believe it because that's what Brian Kelly does. He talks shit. Talk shit when he was a Cincinnati coach. That's what he does. He's a shit talker. But he gets a pass because he's not Deion. But I digress. One thing he's gonna do is he's supposed to have a good offense every year, but he's got some continuity coming back because his quarterback, Nussmeier, is a returning. And Nussmeier is the son of an NFL quarterback or NFL quarterback coach. I believe he's the Chargers coach, Nussmeier, Nussmeier's dad. So, yeah, man, I really love this game. It's cool. I'm thinking some high-powered action. But I'm really looking at the defense. I think LSU's defense is just too much for Florida State to overcome. And that's why we're going to take LSU on the money line at minus 132. Very simple, money line. LSU, we don't need to go chasing no points, no money on this one just yet. But I think LSU's going to handle it. All right? So let's recap, all right? Noon Eastern, you got Rutgers hosting Northwestern. We're taking Rutgers minus 6 at home, minus 110 odds. 3:30 Eastern, San Jose State at home versus Oregon State. We're taking San Jose State plus 19. And then at 7:30, LSU at Florida State, Louisiana State at Florida State. We're going to take Louisiana State, LSU on the money line, all right, for minus 132 odds, all right? So there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And the show's motto, there's games to be played, there's money to be made. There is the game tomorrow. We will handicap it. Who is it? Clemson and somebody. Yeah, but we'll be back Thursday. All right. I doubt there'll be a podcast today. There might be one tomorrow, but I doubt it today. I just haven't had time to do them both. I'm sorry. The audio podcast, but I tried to. All right. But yeah, but let's go get our action. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it. Definitely on video, hopefully on podcast and video. All right. But until then, everybody, be well. Peace.